got so motherfucking design on right now. Bring it down, bring it clown. I got 3 old thoughts, I'm wild.
Counsel, you ready to proceed with Ms. Zamorsky?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so let's go on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus Crystal Zamorsky, 25443. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark Fuller on behalf of Ms. Zamorsky is standing to my right.
All right, thank you. And ma'am, your name for the record, please.
Crystal Zamorsky.
Okay. So today is the date scheduled for sentencing on count 1 of knife over 3 inches and an amended charge of disturbing the peace. The harassing telecommunications and the larceny were dismissed by way of a plea resolution at the pretrial on April 30th. And Mr. Kohler, correct? Or Kohler?
Yes, Colbert, Your Honor. You're familiar with some of my family members, so I think you know the name quite well.
Oh, there was, yes, now I did. Okay.
My wonderful cousin Timothy and his sister Karen, or the wife Karen and son Brian.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, there's also a bond violation hearing as well, in this matter today. And the bond violation hearing alleges that Ms. Zamorsky was arrested on May 23rd as the officers were called to the home for a possible domestic assault. There is suspicion that Ms. Zamorsky was under the influence of narcotics. Stated that your client returned home. This is just for the police report. You had an opportunity to review that.
I haven't seen that police report, but we have discussed that, Your Honor, and we would take that to a hearing on the matter.
Okay.
There are some many issues at play in that police report and that incident, and we would love to have witnesses testify.
Okay. We will set the bond violation hearing for a hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We will set this for a hearing on Wednesday, June 25th. Does that work for you, counsel?
That would be a wonderful day to come and visit the court, Your Honor.
Let's set it for 1:30 in the afternoon so that you're not sitting around all day because that's morning dockets are super heavy. And it's my understanding that Ms. Turnmeyer is not present today. But that she has communicated with probation, indicating that the 2 credit cards that were stolen from her were able to be canceled, so she's not requesting any restitution.
Your Honor, we're unaware of anything relative to credit card theft, to be honest.
What is that?
My client is surprised by that.
Crazy.
Ma'am, you're in court, so you need to really check your mouth.
Relax, please. Okay. Apologize, Your Honor. She was as shocked and surprised by that as I am.
Well, the allegation was larceny, where
I apologize.
where she was accused of stealing marijuana and cigarettes. And then, so I'm not sure where the credit cards come in. All I know is that that statement came from Ms. Turnmeyer when she was communicating with probation. But in any event, there's no restitution being sought. So I'm not sure where the 2 credit cards came into being. I'm not sure. But I don't show don't know, but all I know is that there's not any restitution being sought.
But with all due respect to any other attorney that was on the case, Your Honor, I don't know the details. Based on the information I received from my client, I'm not even sure and confident that I would have even endorsed the plea, but so be it. That's where we are today.
Okay, well, okay, so,
I am in possession of the PSI,
okay,
and that one thing on 32919, that is a mistype or something. There was no retail fraud third degree. There was a larceny less than $200. I even went on to the Southgate My Court site and checked that and went through it.
okay.
And I can say that my client has not pled, convicted, or anything of a crime since 19, and I'm kind of shocked by the recommendation for incarceration. She has successfully completed probation throughout. I have not seen anything about her absconding or not successfully completing incarceration. And I look at the charges of what she pled to. I have a slight degree of difficulty from a legal standpoint, but however she pled, and I understand she had counsel at the time. I am difficult time understanding why incarceration would have been recommended personally.
Well, counsel, I'm not sure, I've not spoken with probation regarding the recommendation, however, I can say that the purpose of probation is to help people adjust their behavior, modify their behavior, so they're not reoffending.
That's correct, Your
And
Honor.
given the amount of criminal convictions that are on your client's record, and here we are yet again, it doesn't seem as though your client would necessarily be appropriate for probation, given that it doesn't appear as though the behavior that your client's learned much from her prior times on probation.
I would just suggest, Your Honor, she's gone 6 years without a conviction.
Well, there
I've
was
seen-
one that was dismissed.
Dismissed, Your Honor, yes,
Correct.
correct. I mean, dismissed charge is a dismissed charge.
Correct.
Ma'am,
If she'd like to ask you a question, I'm not sure if you'd advise her.
Okay.
can I please just say something to you?
Okay,
I'm not lying to you, I'm being 100% honest with you. I lost my dad to suicide in 2018, okay? And before that, I had a bad drug problem with Xanax. I'm 8 years sober, and I made a lot of mistakes. And my brother lied on that felony against me. I'm his sister. I was drinking, I was taking pills. My dad just killed himself. He should have put me in the hospital, and he thought it was funny doing that to me.
what year was that? Which one is
In
that?
2019.
19.
And I own my mistakes, but it's on my record, but I'm not that person. I'm in treatment for I'm a psychiatrist, I'm on medication, I'm seeing a therapist. The whole incident with my mother is they hate me since my dad died. I don't know why, ma'am.
So Sylvia is your mother?
Pardon me?
Is Sylvia your mother?
No, that's Anthony's grandma, and I have no idea what they're even talking
And
about.
who's Anthony to you?
I've known him since kindergarten days. But my mom, what she did that day, I was crying, I was so upset. My mom has not talked to me and asked me if I'm even okay. I said, sorry, since 2018, ma'am, and I'm not lying to you. And she's lied on me, and I hit her up. I had stage 4 lung cancer. I was asleep when the cops came there.
We're not gonna talk about that today.
I'm not the bad person.
Who
I
has
promise
stage
you.
4 lung cancer?
My mom. I promise you, I would never lie to you. I'm being completely real with you. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm not a bad person. I know the mistakes I made because I was on drugs, and I'm not that person. I seeked mental health. I did therapy for 5 years, and I got a therapist again because my mom, we got in an argument because I was so upset about my
We're not
dad.
gonna talk about
Okay,
that today.
and so ma'am, and I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that there's been a lot of stuff going on for you.
And it's not fair because she used to do it to me and my dad. They're just out of spite.
So ma'am, who's Sean Bonner?
Who?
Sean Bonner.
Oh, a kid who stole my bank account information. I got PTO against him. I met him on Snapchat and gave him a haircut, and something went wrong with his phone. And I'm not thinking with an iPhone, you know. I gave him my code, and all of a sudden, I find in my mobile banking, I have all the printouts and everything. He put a check, something 3-something thousand, another 4,000, and I talked to his probation officer, recommended get the PPO. I got that granted and not in 2 days, and I told her, listen, he done what he done. I took care of what I had to take care of. I can't do nothing about it. And I don't want to be involved. It's too much of a distress for me. I'm going through too much. So I said, I'm not pursuing with anything. And he said he called up here saying I said something about extortion or something. I don't even know what that means, man.
Well, no, I think that's Mr. Johnston, that was in the police report. But Mr. Bomner apparently, is that somebody you met online and went on a couple of dates with?
No, I met him on Snapchat and gave him a haircut one day.
Okay, well, apparently there's a PPO hearing
I got a PPO against
that
him.
he filed.
No, I filed. I'm sorry, I filed, I got one.
From the information that probation received, he claims that he's received multiple threatening text messages from you. Filed a police report with Detroit Police Department, and there's a hearing for a PPO. He filed to get a PPO against you, and they set a hearing.
Do you have a date for that hearing?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't
have to
And
check.
ma'am, I never knew anything about, but I do have a PPO on him.
Okay, well, part of the concern the court has is that, one of your charges was harassing
Never
telecommunication.
threatened him, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Let her talk.
let me talk.
Let her talk, please.
And that now there's another individual that's alleging harassing communication again. So I have some serious concerns with that behavior
I understand.
continuing if that's what's happening.
Can I ask you something real quick, ma'am? It blows my mind that a friend I've known since kindergarten, why would I ever threaten a 90-something almost-year-old lady that was like my grandmother? He's a known drug addict, and they cover for him. You can ask my family. And then people making up lies on me. I have all the proof. I never threatened nobody.
Okay, yeah, sitting in this position for over 6 years,
I get it.
I can tell you that people do the craziest
I
things,
know what
you don't even know why.
I know.
So, but I also have people that stand right there, tell me that they're not lying to me, and then it turns out that they're lying to me. So,
Not lying.
Need to relax.
all right. I don't find that there's reasonable grounds to park on sale 769.5 based on your client's prior criminal history and what the court's going to do is the court's going to order 60 days jail. I'm going to suspend that jail.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed, so you are going to participate in random testing just to help you stay accountable.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, we do have a certificate of medical marijuana. Can I present this to you?
I'll take a look at that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's the date from that?
It's just from February 26, 2021.
But I got my recent one there.
What's
Well,
that?
that's when it was originally issued, expired
No, I
February
got the
23.
renewal right there.
Was it renewed?
That's the renewal.
Well, I've got a renewal here. On Your Honor, one moment, please.
That's the renewal.
Yeah,
It
thank
just
you.
has to come in the mail.
Yes. My apologies for not having you the correct paperwork.
That's okay.
And Your Honor, I apologize. I never meant to say that in the court. I'm sorry. I'm just so shaken up and upset. I'm going through a lot of depression, you know. And that ain't easy to handle.
How long has this doctor been your doctor?
What's the date on there? I apologize. My mind's not there. I'm sorry.
So, hold on a minute.
I got it.
No, hold on. You went to renew your medical marijuana card yesterday,
Yes, I advised her to renew it.
Okay, so let me just clarify a few things. When somebody's under this court's jurisdiction and they don't have a valid medical marijuana card, this court requires that the person, if they need it for medical purposes,
Yes, Your Honor.
has to have something from their treating physician, something that
Okay,
they
Your Honor.
treat with on a regular basis.
We can get that, Your Honor. And we'll
So-
bring it to the court.
That way, there's follow-up with that doctor to
Oh,
make sure the medication is working. Just as though somebody needs to be on blood pressure medication, or cholesterol medication, or blood sugar medication, whatever that may be, right? You're using it for medication, then it's gonna be treated as any other medication, where you follow up with your doctor to make sure it's working. Not just some random clinic doctor that you don't ever see, and that there's not a doctor-patient relationship.
okay, so I just go to my psychiatrist, right?
Whoever is prescribing it to you.
Okay,
We'll do that, Your
Somebody
Honor.
that knows you, has a treating relationship with you. So right now, this is not valid.
I understand now, that makes sense.
Even if
I
you
never
get a
knew.
card, and just so you know, I don't even require, if you have something from your doctor that says they're recommending you, that's the medication regimen for you, right? Then you don't even have to go through the steps of getting a card, because you have your treating physician.
Okay,
Right, so even if you get a card, I'm letting you know, even if you get a card based upon this renewal from a doctor from 21,
yeah,
that's not valid in this court. You need to have something from your current treating physician.
okay,
We'll get that, Your
I
Honor.
apologize, I had no idea.
Okay. I'll put that back to you. And
Thank you.
Ma'am, do I have to wait till I see my doctor next month, or can I just try to get a hold of her?
Either or.
Either or?
I can't advise you as to what you know.
I don't know how it works, I'm sorry.
We'll
It
talk about that
doesn't, to me, whether it's this week or next month, I mean, I don't know if you talk to your doctor.
We'll talk.
And then also you're not to have any, contact with Mr. Meyer, Ms. Johnston, or Mr. Johnston. And you also, need to not have any other police contact.
Understood, Your Honor.
We will set this for a jail review. July 22nd at 10 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
And we will set the bond violation hearing
You did say June 25th at 1:30 p.m.
at 1:30, yes, I have that, okay.
Your Honor, can we bring up the tether issue? If she needs to have it still on?
Okay, let me just see what some of the, well, right now, council, let's revisit that next week.
Okay.
Because there's the alleged bond violation, and so
Understood,
I
Your
want to clarify that before I
Understood, Your Honor.
address the tether.
And I'll get the police report on that.
All right, and then as to the fines and costs, and let me just clarify, because there's technically 2 counts that your client is being sentenced on. So the court's going to order that that's concurrent, so it's 60 days on each count concurrent.
Thank you.
And then as to count 1, the possession of knife over 3 inches, the court's going to order a $400 fine, $100 screening assessment fee, cost of prosecution $300, crime victim assessment fee of $75, justice system assessment fee of $50. It's a total of $925. And then as to the amended charge of disturbing the peace, the court's going to order a $300 fine. There's no screening fee because I already assessed it on the first one. $200 cost of prosecution and crime victim assessment fee of $75, justice system assessment fee of $50, a total of $625. So a total between both is $1,550. You did post a bond, posted by your mom, so if your mom wants to, Gloria's your mom, correct?
I actually paid the bond,
That's
she
okay.
just,
Yes.
she covered it for me.
It's in your mom's name.
Okay, she said I could use it towards my fine, she did.
Well,
But
your mom needs to come in here, sign the documentation so that we can apply that over
She
there.
has to come in.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes,
How much was the bond?
500.
Okay, very good.
I think it was.
She said 540.
It was 500, it was.
Whatever it is. Your Honor.
7,500, 10%. No, I amended it to 5,000, 10%. So the balance would then would be $450. So,
Okay,
what type of payment plan can you,
well, she lost her job, Your Honor, so
I'm sorry?
she lost her job when she was put on a tether, so she has to acquire a new job.
I'm going tomorrow for it, and they felony friendly, and they said they could buy me a job. I tried hiding the tether. I was a third party at Clarence and Industrial for Ford, and I was almost there a month. It was a great job, and they saw my tether, hired me for it, so. I did, as soon as I got a jail, I had a job, doing everything I was supposed to do, so.
She's going to a temporary service in Romulus tomorrow, and hopefully she'll acquire a job, so
Okay.
we could have some lenience or leeway, at least until the 25th, and we can provide you with how much she's making and where.
Okay, so then what we'll do then is on June 25th, well, how about this? How about, can you do $50 a month beginning, we'll have your first payment be in August?
Yeah,
Okay,
I have just a question.
let's do August 15th.
My mom has the paperwork showing she had to pay $540 for my bond.
540?
Yeah.
We'll get the paperwork.
I was just curious, I'm sorry, I didn't.
That's
Right.
right, because I ordered a $500 10% bond.
Yeah, she,
So the $500 was posted, the $50, so 10% is retained by the court, so that's a balance of $450. I don't know where 540 is.
I'll check
I
the
don't
paperwork,
know
Your
what
Honor,
that
review
is.
it. I haven't seen it yet, so.
Okay. Okay, and we'll see everybody back on, June 25th for violation hearing, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
May I approach your witness?
Have a good day. Yes, you may. Let's go off record.
thank you,
So-
Your Honor.
Good news on my cousin's son. I guess they're getting him a condo and he's gonna move in and hopefully be self-sufficient.
Okay, very good.
And they said hi, because I told them I was coming to see him.
Okay, very good. Glad to hear
So
that.
what's the guys?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.